Now a Target 12 Investigators exclusive, short on safety.
In January, a player's collapse during Monday Night Football, and the people who saved his life underscored the important role of athletic trainers. For some, watching that moment felt all too familiar.
My wife and I have thought about this for a long time, but by the grace of God, she'd be by herself.
But data from Rhode Island public high schools shows less than a quarter of districts have full-time athletic trainers.
Target 12 investigator Tolly Taylor joins us now with the details.
One local expert says for districts that want to hire full-time athletic trainers, they're just not available. And he says the decline across the state and the country has been years in the making. In January, Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin made a tackle on Monday Night Football, stood up, and then fell to the ground in cardiac arrest. Other players looked on as athletic trainers and medical staff administered CPR until an ambulance arrived to take Hamlin to the hospital. What went through your mind when you saw what happened to Damar Hamlin?
I don't want to get too emotional. It's the first time that it pointed out to me just exactly what happened to me.
Like Hamlin, George Hanrahan, sitting beside his wife in an interview with Target 12, experienced a cardiac arrest after an accidental hit to the chest. Hanrahan's occurring with a student athlete while he was refereeing a Pontiac girls basketball game in 2018. What do you think would have happened that day if medical personnel hadn't responded?
I would have died.
Pontiac high school athletic trainer Salvatore Palermo was in the gym that day. And Palermo, along with an EMT in the stands, rushed to Hanrahan's side.
And then you just see him hit the floor, and that's the uh-oh moment.
CPR saved Hanrahan's life. This photo showing Hanrahan and Palermo at an award presentation after the incident.
The legs were definitely shaking after that one. That's just one day I'll probably never ever forget in my life.
But not every Rhode Island gym has someone like Palermo watching over it. Target 12 asked all 31 public school districts with high school athletics if they have full-time athletic trainers. Of the 21 districts that responded, only 5 have full-time athletic trainers at all of their schools. The rest reported using per diem or part-time athletic trainers, or depend on local EMTs to show up. Many reported prioritizing football games, sometimes leaving other full-contact sports like ice hockey, lacrosse, or basketball uncovered. Is that surprising to you?
Well, a lot of schools had athletic trainers, and in the last few years, we've seen a decline.
Rhode Island Interscholastic League Executive Director Michael Lunny says there's a shortage of athletic trainers in Rhode Island and across the country.
Many of our districts have funds in place for athletic trainers and just can't fill the positions.
Rhode Island high school coaches are required to be trained in CPR and first aid, but he says that does not address the root cause.
None of our colleges and universities offer athletic training as a major.
I'm alive because of it. I'm alive because someone knew how to do what they did.
Coming up at 6, I ask schools what they're doing if they don't have full-time athletic trainers to keep student athletes safe. With the Target 12 investigators, I'm Tolly Taylor, 12 News.